This is a pretty simple question. And you need to know how we can find the CG of a laminar. A laminar is basically a piece of card, a two-dimensional piece of card. So we also call this the plumb line method. The plumb line is simply just a pendulum that is hung using a string, and the answer to this question is B. Okay, and the gist behind this plumb line method is that the intersections of the plumb lines, the three plumb lines, when the laminar is hung freely at the three different edges of the laminar, the intersection of these plumb lines gets you the CG position of this object. Now, it is worth understanding the statement. So the reason behind why this plumb line method works, why the intersection of the plumb lines gets you the CG position is written as such that when you are able to hang the laminar freely, ultimately the laminar will just come to a stop and it will not rotate anymore. So it's at equilibrium. And we know that at equilibrium there is no turning, turning moments. The turning moments are balanced. So in this case, there's only one force acting on the laminar, which is the downwards weight of the laminar that acts from the center of gravity. So this downward weight must have created zero moment. And the only way for a force to create zero moment is for the force to pass through the pivot. The line of action of the force, if it passes through the pivot, you get zero perpendicular distance and you get zero moment. And that is exactly what is happening when the laminar is hung freely and comes to rest. That the CG must be along the vertical line indicated by the plumb line. So if somewhere the CG is somewhere along this vertical line, strictly speaking, we just need to repeat this experiment one more time, a total of 2 times. Then we can get two intersecting plumb lines, and that in theory should be enough for us to get the CG of the laminar. But we always do this 3 times in total, one from each edge. The third plumb line, the third line basically helps us ascertain the accuracy of this technique. So remember, when you are asked to write a rationale or write the method of a plumb line method to find a CG, always do it 3 times. Always get 3 lines to intersect, and that point of intersection will be the CG of the laminar.